Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with the promo for Season 2, Episode 6 of Chucky. You know how I do it. We're going to watch it 3 times in a row. It's the typical 15 seconds long, but briefly before we jump in, last we saw Andy is finally seen to be alive. The crash site, I have to assume, is where we saw the house or close to it. There were Chucky dolls mounted on stakes, hanging from trees. There's the Colonel torturing Andy. We also saw, at the end, Glenn, Jennifer Tilly, the Tiffany doll, and the Glenn doll drive away, burn down the house. They're on the run. They're going to find Glenda, reunite as a family. Let's just jump in and see this, and we'll talk at the end. You guys want to see more of what I do? Full unedited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons of what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon. The link is at the end. Dozens of shows you'll never see on YouTube. I just don't have time to edit it all. Doctor Who, Person of Interest, these in full unedited. Chainsaw Man, One Punch Man, Steven Universe, dozens of other shows, and hundreds of movies you'll only see there. Check it out. If not, the promo for Season 2, Episode 6, Chucky.
I have no choice but to lock the entire school down.
He's going to kill
locking down
and every one of you.
There's the Colonel. He is creepy looking.
I have no choice but to lock the entire
Anything
school
else
down.
going on?
He's going to kill each and every one of you.
Look at her. Dr. Mixer is getting nuts. Oh, and there's the van.
No choice.
The van at the end explodes. That's the van or the truck.
Each and every one of you.
Anything I'm missing? I think we got it all. Blowing up the evidence, perhaps. All right, that's an easy one, I think, to break down. I saw it 3 times in a row. I pretty much got the gist of it after 2. It shows all of our children, all of our young people, Jake, Nadine, Lexi, Devin, all getting locked down by the Devin Sawa priest. I don't care to know his name. It's Devin Sawa. I still don't understand why they chose him to be the priest. I've said this at least 50,000 times, but unless there is some reason they're trying to connect it to Jake's father in some weird way, I don't understand why they chose to bring Devin Sawa back. It would make sense if it was one of those shows where they just bring back repeating actors and play different roles, but to come back a second season, just Devin Sawa, to play an intricate role that is in the forefront of everything. And in the first episode he was seen, have Jake actually call it out like, hey, that looks like my dad. I don't know, like, it doesn't make sense to me. It isn't like Devin Sawa is this prolific actor that everyone's going to be like, oh my God, he's in every season. Not that I dislike him. I loved Final Destination. I grew up in the time of Devin Sawa. I was probably a teenager when he was famous most. But it like doesn't make sense to me why they would bring him back. Maybe it's just a thing they're going to run with, where like every season Devin Sawa is going to be a character. But he wasn't connected to the original series in any format. So it's just like odd to me. If it was like an original character from the first movies, I could be like, oh, that's interesting. They're bringing him back because they killed him off. But like, you know, he keeps coming back. He's already been killed off twice because he was twin brothers. Now he's a priest that is the biggest douchebag asshole in the whole show. He, to me, is worse than the Chucky dolls, because I watched the show for the Chucky dolls and I expect there to be ravenous, murderous insanity and stuff like that. Like, that's expected of the Chucky dolls. I didn't expect to see one of these douchebag high on their horse priest guys that's just gonna like try to run the show and thinks he's gonna call the shots and force all these kids into positions they don't want to be in. I mean, it looks like it's going his way and he's locking down the school and this, but I dislike his character immensely. And I guess that's the point. It's not like I hate the show. I just dislike him. And I'm assuming that is the point. So that being said, we see all the kids. Dr. Mixer is here saying, you're all gonna die. I'm curious to know what you guys thought. I immediately, when we saw her back in episode 1, when they got sent to this school, I was like, Dr. Mixer's in on it. Because nobody, unless this is the type of show where the adults are all idiots, and honestly, it is that type of show. So I could easily believe that the adults are all morons. But the second she was like, immediately ready to accuse all the kids, like, yup, you did this, you're responsible for Gary's death, we're sending you to the school. You don't just immediately jump to that conclusion. Yes, it looks suspicious, but 3 kids are together, a bomb goes off and a kid dies, and you're like, yup, you guys must have made a bomb and killed this little kid. You're jumping to conclusions. And I was like, maybe the show is just doing that. But no, it's because Dr. Mixer is throwing him in there for a reason. She is aligned with the Colonel, and Andy is being tortured, and now we're on the road with Jennifer Tilly, Glenn, the Glenn doll, the Tiff doll, but I mean, it's Tiffany Valentine in Jennifer Tilly. You know what I mean. We're getting some sort of showdown at the OK Corral, aka the religious fanatic church home for children. There's going to be something. It says, "He is risen indeed," is the name of the episode. That last episode was doll on doll. There was a couple incidences where there was doll on doll fighting. There was also human on doll fighting because the doll is in the human. So, I mean, it depends on how you look at it, but there could be a couple ways you take the last title. I'm curious. I can't wait. You guys let me know what you think. You want to see more of what I do. Full unedited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons edit what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you'll only see on Patreon. The link is in front of me. Dozens of shows you'll never see on YouTube, but I just don't have time to edit it all. Doctor Who, Person of Interest. These in full. As soon as I finish them, I usually do the promos first and then these go up immediately after, and then I edit these up for YouTube as soon as I can. We got exclusives like One Punch Man, Chainsaw Man, Steven Universe, dozens of others. Check it out. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.